Hello bros, and welcome to SFX Zero, BroFive production, and the next part of Sakura Fantasy, Chapter 1. So we're gonna at least be a Chapter 2, and this is the only clip that's gonna be uploaded this day, because I finished school for the summer tomorrow, so I'm not gonna press it too hard. Alright, start recording right here. And load off where I left off last time. Dark. Why is it so dark? Where am I supposed to be? Didn't I go to sleep at the barracks? Then what am I doing here? As I take steps, something squishes beneath my feet. The ground is nothing but a thick black mud. Thick shadowy reds grow from stained pools of water, further obscuring my view. I'm in a bog somewhere. That is the only thing I can think of. I remember such places from when I was younger. My mother always told me to stay away from them. If I only could have followed her advice now. This place fills me with terrible sense of dread. I don't even know why. The fetid smell of rot and decay in this place is suffocating. I try to cover my mouth, but I can't keep that smell out. I need to calm down. Wherever I am, there must be an explanation for it. Where could this be, though? This doesn't look like anywhere in the capital. It's far too dead to be the capital. If this is a swamp, then it should be full of life of some sort. But nothing moves. I can hear nothing. There's only silence. The fog is too thick for me to get an idea of my surroundings too. In between that and the extremely dense foliage, I'm well and truly lost. If I could only see the sun, perhaps I could navigate my way from there. But with this mist here, I'm helpless. I wander through the fog for some time, but I keep seeing my footprints. In the mud. It's obvious that I'm going around in circles. Soon I'm barely able to move my legs. I have to keep my bearings. If I panic or get scared, then I'm well truly done for. But no matter what direction I walk in, I keep ending up at the same place. Is this even real? I'm trapped in some kind of nightmare? Nightmare. That's wrong there. Why can't I get away from here? Wait, what is that? I actually hear something moving in the mists. The sound of shambling feet squishing through the mud. It becomes splash, and I see shadows slip into the murky water out of the corner of my eye. The shadow slides its way towards me, barely visible in the bog water. What the hell is that? Something which I can only describe, mixed between screech and roar, echoes through the fog. What on earth is making that noise? Why would I run? I stand and fight. I can't simply run. But even if I run, we have tried to get out of the bog, and we only ended up at the same place. So if we run, it wouldn't do much help to us anyway. I'm a soldier, I have to stand and fight. But as I try to turn my body, I find that I can't move. Damn. Give me a chance to fight. Just as finally I pull my legs free, my vision blacks out before I can turn to face my foe. I wake up seeing multiple faces looking at me, all of them worried. Gwyn is here too. What is happening exactly? Relin, are you okay? You were forcing again. Several other novices are gathered around my bed too. Judging by how messy my bed is, I must have been thrashing about in my sleep. It was just a dream, I'm sure it was. Gwyn looks very pale too. It must have been a real bad fit. What did you see? I don't remember. I would actually tell Gwyn, but not when other novices are around. I get Kira to spare you from training. Well, I can say I can take time off training. I just won't train very hard. I wouldn't train very hard anyway, so I just won't. Gwyn obviously worried. I better reassure her. It's fine, Gwyn. I take it easy today. You can tell Kira about it. She looks relieved as I say that. Good. You don't need to push yourself so hard, Relin. I still think it would be better if you took the day off, though. I can't fall behind, Gwyn. I keep training, even if it's a little bit. Very well. She looks so cute. I need to get going. Look after yourself today, Relin. I could have been stubborn and just straight out and said I was going to train. But that wouldn't have put her at ease. I suppose it's better to get my arm on. Nightmares aren't going to stop me from training. Just as I'm about to exit the barrack, Gwyn returns. Kira insists that you don't train today. You have to find something else to do. Really? Kira of all people said I shouldn't train? I can loan you a book if you'd rather do that. Fine. She quickly puts a tome in my hand. You find it a quite an interesting read. I really got to go now. Gwyn left me all alone. Oh well, I guess I have no choice but to take the day off. What can I say? I'm only gonna say this. I'm hot. Seriously. I'm sure I'm hearing this story, but I would still hit on myself. Seriously, I would go walk up to a mirror and hit on myself. Lazily, I flopped back into my bed. I tossed aside the armor which I had hastily thrown on. I don't think I've been needing it today. It's always so uncomfortable to wear. Less clothing is always more comfortable than more. Well, I just hope I put on a bra or something before... well, I will put on for going and eat dinner, and I will probably take it off when I get back here, but I would put on a bra again before the other novices come back. I barely even read the book. I'm more than happy to lie here and let the sun soak into my bare skin. As I look out the window, I lie the book on top of my chest. Sunbathing with no clothes is really nice. I don't know that. I never done. I actually never sunbathed. It's nice that I don't have to train either. I sit up in my bed looking directly out the window. My entire body is directly exposed to the sun's rays. The book falls on my chest, leaving it exposed. The sunlight feels so great on my body. I quickly sit back down before anyone notices me. Just outside the barracks, I hear all of them training. Not to mention Kira scolding them. I pick the book back up, barely interested in reading it. Some ancient tale of valor, love, and loss. I chose to go back to lying beneath the sunlight. Stretching my whole body out, I allow them to warm and shine all over my body. Slowly I open it again and have another look. It opens to the exact same section I was reading before. This is as bad as I thought it would be. The dream did leave me feeling exhausted. I don't understand why though. Relin, are you alright? I hear Kira calling out as she walking into the room. I heard from Gwyn that you had She stares at me as she realizes I don't have my arm on. Her cheeks look similar to bright hot coals. I quickly open the book and clasp it around my chest to protect my modesty. It doesn't really work well though. Yeah, with those big breasts of mine, I wouldn't believe it would work. If anything, it makes them seem less wholesome than before. My face turns bright red as I look down at myself. I don't really know how girls are, but I wouldn't really worry about it because, well, both are girls. Kira is a girl, I am a girl. What the hell does it matter? I'm just reading, Kira. It's a good book. I don't even read it. I see. She goes quiet for a little bit, taking her time to process the situation. Well, it's good to know that you're getting some rest. She awkwardly shifts on the spot, not really sure what else she should say. I think I will leave you to it then. You're obviously busy after all. Okay, we can talk later. No, I think we'll be fine. You okay? That's the important thing. She quickly leaves the room. All I can do is go back to reading my book. Still sometime. Another day passes by without me even noticing it. As I lie on my bed and allows these thoughts of swirl in my mind, a familiar look face pops up above me. I always catch you daydreaming, Relin. Even during your time off, all you do is daydream. You're worried that I'm foreseeing again. No, why would I be worried about something like that? Anyway, Daydreamer, I have some good news for you. The council requires additional guards to patrol the halls of the castle. You will still be garrisoned here, however. I hope you will not neglect your duties and do any of the forcing you always do. Why do you always get upset about that? So what if I use my gift whenever I feel like it? I don't have to explain anything to a lovely novice. Alright, you're a guardsman now. Either way, I don't have to explain anything to you. There's a bit of red in her cheeks. What does she think I'm doing with my gift exactly? You have to respect the privacy of others. Maybe pushing the boulder might have explained that better to you than I could. Again, she's threatening me with the boulder. With how often she's done that, never actually gone through with it. I wonder what's stopping her. Does that worry... Does she worry that I've seen something really embarrassing about her and might reveal it to the rest of the barracks? Sure, she thinks a little of me as a person. It's not very nice. Actually, if I didn't know she was better at me at sword fighting or something, I would challenge her to prove to her that I'm at least as good as her. By the way, don't think becoming a guardsman means you're getting out of training either. I'm going to work you to the bone, Relin. You might get lazy guarding those boring halls of the castle, so you're going to need extra discipline. I look forward to it. That will really get her mad, because if I say I look forward to it, she's gonna get a bit mad, and that's exactly how I want to do it now. I look forward to it, Kira. That's the spirit. Alright, it didn't work as I wanted, but whatever. You must face your challenge with the determination. I'll face them with determination or burn them to the ground. You'll be heading out first thing tomorrow. I hope you have your shin guards on the right legs this time. Oh, so shin guards are leg plates. Then I get it. I didn't get that before. Having finished telling me that I need to hear, she disappears out of the room. I'll swap my shin guards around just once, and she's never going to let that go. It's my first day on duty in the castle. This is gonna be the last picture we see before we end this clip. I'm pretty excited to say the least. I think it's my first time I ever been on duty, and I'm going to be guarding the council chambers. I'm no longer just a novice, but an actual warrior. Even though it's just guard duty, it steps up in the world. Maybe I might find some monsters or two hiding inside the place. Yeah, that would actually be fun. If you find if I would open the door and find a army of skeletons, I would rush in and pretty much, well, I would fight anything right now. I'm this much closer to actually being on the exterior of the capital. I'll be fighting actual monsters before I know it. I've often wondered what happens in these chambers. There are people who lead the entire empire. It's quite responsible to the whole. Would Ardina also be in here? Wondering, I find a whole complete of guards at the entrance. Well, one of them turns to face me. I haven't seen you before. You must be one of those poor souls that has to guard the chamber. Yes, I'm here on guard duty. Then I hope you can cope with boredom. I bet have you patrolling the halls too. How did you know? The same thing happened to me. My instructor said I was getting a promotion. That's the last thing you should call this position. That is what my instructor told me. You fell for the same trick I did. Well, welcome to the guard duty on the council chambers. There's one of them for each ministry in the city. All of them are quite boring, believe me. They're coming now, I hope you're ready. He motions for me to stand to attention. Take my time. Try not to rush myself. They might notice my getting ready, but it doesn't matter. It would look better if I don't rush myself. I stand ready and ready. A group of men wearing hooded cloaks shuffles past me. Slowly, ever so slowly, they make their way to their seats. When the last member takes his seat, one of the councilmen to the far left clears his throat. So begins the weekly meeting of Capital Councilmen. We will begin with the list today. Today's of topics to discuss. Any member of the council, as always, may put forward a request for what is to be discussed first. Personally, I would like to discuss the matter of defense, specifically regarding the more vulnerable location of the capital outskirts. There have been additional attacks from the Myres targeting farms outside the wall. The creatures are obviously displaying higher levels of intellect. We should approach them accordingly. You bring that up every time we debate. They're just mindless animals. Their debates really are boring. It's almost shocking to hear how boring they are. Given my numerous there are, of course attacks this vulnerable location would be higher. Increasing numbers alone do not account for the coordination of these attacks. My fellow councilmen, they are deliberate and targeted. We need to substantial proof before we can act on the information. How can we find proof when we are too busy defending ourselves against them? I've yet to meet a warrior brave enough to explore the Myres. This is maddening. Why did Kira do this to me? Actually, in that case, I would actually step forward and say I could explore the Myres. They obviously our best course of action is to simply build our walls higher and stronger. Actually, if the higher, it would be easier for them to fall. As we have been doing the past decade. We may have lost territory, but if we build an unbreakable fortress and slowly expand outward, we eventually reclaim it. Yeah, in a couple of thousand years or so. Not if these attacks continue on the farms and traders. Coordinated or not, can we please organize for troops to protect them? This is the first time on guard duty and I'm already sick of it. For being effective rulers, they can't agree on anything. It's no wonder they ask the guards not to speak about their discussions outside these chambers. The rest of the empire would believe them to be fools. Why isn't the empress here? Isn't she supposed to be here too? And the councilmen don't look too concerned about asking her for her thoughts on the matter. I cannot believe they wasted so much time trying to see into these chambers. All I would have found is the foolishness of men who have never seen actual combat. Oh well, I guess that's thus although the guardsmen know how to politicals of the capital. It's so boring, I wouldn't pay any more attention. Let my mind wander. It's easier to let my mind wander off. Let's stay there. So that was all I had for Sakura Fantasy this time then. So hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. BroFive!